Well, folks, here I am. I'm down in Avalon Dunes, a lovely spot on the Jersey Shore. It used to be a lot lovelier, but then the people who don't care, they came and they planted these piles of garbage on the dunes, and quite frankly, these are the kind of people you don't want in your human population. So this is the Avalon Beach, up the Strand a bit, and as you can see, it's very lovely. This is a September day, very lovely, and it's got a nice breeze, not a heavy breeze, but a nice breeze, and it really would be very lovely, except that the dunes, which this place is named after, the Avalon Dunes, were essentially besmirched by these "I don't care about the rest of the world, I'm going to do what I want" types, you know? And I can tell you, as I was down here when this happened, that nobody wanted them to do this. But the township of Avalon doesn't respond to what people want, but it doesn't matter, because the people are the same kind of people that built this garbage. So what are they going to do? They're not going to do a lot, that's for sure. And maybe I'll just walk down the beach a bit. We'll see what we got here. Turn this into a video of Avalon Dunes. Supposedly, when I came down here, the blurb was that Avalon Dunes were a high point along the northeast Atlantic shore. The Avalon Dunes, as high as they may be, on the other side of this peninsula, on the Delaware Bay side, if you go into Higbee Wildlife Management Area, you'll see a lot higher dunes. I mean, you'll see dunes that are really high. These are just pimples over here. But I like to think that they're big time. The only thing that's big time over here is the besmirching of the environment by these piles. I think when I first came down here, there was one. It could be that one right there. One smallish house. And then they came and they bring in the imported laborers, and they put these things up typically when the summer residents of Avalon aren't here, so they can do it on this sneak. These are the best kind of people, you know, the best kind, and they're everywhere. These people are everywhere. You know, they're out in the east end of Long Island. They're all around in the Bitterroot Valley of Montana, Jackson Hole. They're all over. They're down in Fort Lauderdale, everywhere. And it's all about them. It's not about the earth, that's for sure. It's all about them, and that they can show that they have more clout than the rest of us. That's what they like to prove. Well, you know, listen, fortunately for me, I can enjoy everywhere I go, regardless of these people who think they rule the roost. So we're continuing to walk on this lovely day along this lovely stretch of beach. It's so sunny, I have no idea how this is going to come out. See, then you get down to this part where average size houses start to appear, and then they go all the way down to Stone Harbor. And although Stone Harbor itself has a lot of these yuppie types and uppity types who think they're better than everybody else, they don't have, I don't think they have these gargantuan piles. I don't think so. What Stone Harbor does have, they have a great beach for surfing. So if you like surfing, come on down to Stone Harbor, New Jersey. I think it's down towards the northern part of Stone Harbor. So go in there and go surfing, have a good time. I don't think you'll be eaten by any white sharks, but you never can tell. I mean, I'm sure you're all aware of the infamous 1916 shark attacks along the Jersey coast. I think there were 5 people who were killed. Youngins, too. Mostly youngins. Split in half. Youngins and some young adults. So, years ago, I would walk along the Strand, the beach, out in East Hampton. And I can tell you, that beach, that ocean, head and shoulders over this. Head and shoulders. This is practically hardly a nature walk at all. You know, hardly. You got on that beach at East Hampton, the ocean beach, you walk and walk and walk, you're gonna love it. You know, there's a hearty soul in the water. The water's nice, by the way. I went in it. Well, I walked in it. So one time of the year, about New Year's Eve, some friends of mine and other folks, we walk the beach and we go down to the point from Beach Avenue, the end of Beach Avenue, and as far to the point as we can get. And we've been doing that for 4 or 5 years. You're all invited. The end of Beach Ave in Cape May, the borough, the city of Cape May. And then at the end of Beach Ave, there's the Cove. And we walk around the Cove, which is a nice horseshoe beach. And we try to get to the lighthouse. I like to do it when it's cold and it's turning dark. A little bit of wind is nice. And I'm looking forward to it. By the way, I'll probably be sending out a blurb to people who have done this in the past to remind them to get ready for the walk to the point. So there you go. Avalon Dunes with the piles, with the people who don't care. They don't care because if anything happens to this part of the environment, they'll go to somewhere else where they got another pile. They got piles and piles and piles all over the place. You know? And by the way, when you come through Avalon at this time of year and throughout the winter, you're going to see all the imported laborers doing the work that the rich and famous don't want to do. They import the laborers. They don't put them in the streets during the season because they probably would get a lot of complaints. So they do it on the QT, this on the stealth mode. When you come in, you see them doing the work of their masters. That's how this works. So the you know, everything stays about the same in the world we live in, and there's no getting away from it, as far as I can tell. There's just no getting away from it. So it's pretty nice down here. I wouldn't spend a dime to live here. My wife would. My wife likes it because it's all cookie cutter clean in town. You know, every house looks like every other house. Every house is a manicured, a postage size lawn, and she likes that kind of stuff. She also likes a little bit of the wild and such, a little bit of the rural, but her major like is the manicured look of a place like the town of Avalon and Cape May borough, city of Cape May. Now, I mean, I do like some of the streets there. There's like 1840, 1860, 1890 all over those houses. They're very wonderful, except the owners don't live there. They turn them into bed and breakfasts, and then they hire the less fortunate to turn the beds for their renters. They turn the beds, they sweep the floor, they clean the bathrooms. Well, the owners are probably in Scandinavia someplace, or maybe I don't know, maybe in Jackson Hole. You know, good summer place. Maybe also, don't forget the Adirondacks. That's another nice place for the rich and famous. Yeah. Now, if it sounds like I'm all kind of in a place that dislikes this arbitrary arrangement that we have here, well, you're kind of right. I do dislike it. I don't think it ever was the right way to go. But, you know, people came, they had the money, and they took over. And everybody else was a Johnny-come-lately, and they get next to nothing. Anyway, I think I may call this to an end. That's what I think. I'm trying to make out something here. I'm pretty sure that if I go this way and stop about here, you will see the lighthouse way at the end. But that's probably another good, I would say 3 or 4 miles from here at least. Okay, everybody had their full of Avalon dunes. Okay, I'll shut this off.